Welcome back to J&J Dynasty. We're gonna do another video here. This is gonna be July ratings. All right, and so let's get rid of the thumbnail. Hello, it's we'll just pop the stuff on like it's supposed to be, right? So this is gonna be a video about July. So did the very first draft in July. So it's gonna be a lot of numbers for you, and we're gonna get the information to you. So that way, my backlighting wasn't very good there. But we're going to get you the information on how the drafts are going in May, June, and now in July. So what the guys are slotted in, getting there pretty regular as far as a slot. So we're going to go through all that, and we're going to run through everybody so you can see all the numbers. All right. So this is going to be 11 total drafts. One of them so far in July. All right. So this is going to be all the rookie drafts for MFL, right? All right, let's get into this. So hopefully this all lines up. So, and as always, give a good thumbs up, like, and subscribe to the channel. We're going for double digits. Come on, guys. And then I want to do I've done a couple drafts, several drafts. A couple of them up there. You can see the line with one player, the red one, the yellow one, and the gray one, and the last one, the July, all were drafts that I did. So I actually got Anthony Richardson at 13 and Kendra Miller at 14. I came into the draft with 2 third-round picks, and I moved up and got those guys because I saw the value that was there based off of how everybody else was drafting. So that's what I did. This is information for everybody to help you make better decisions when you're drafting. All right. All right, so let's get into this. So, I'm just going to explain everything from left to right. So the gray line there, the colored line, that's 1 through 12. That's just so I can know where I'm at in the draft, right? So that's first round. The next line, those numbers, that's what was players' averages where they were sitting at the end of June. So I'm going to leave that line there in all of these so that way you can see them moving up and down. That should also correlate with the June line, which is the second last number that you can see to the right. So the May number should correspond with the red number, the very first one, the red ones. And then the air line, the one right before the blue, is also the July one currently. So that one should line up at this point. But you can see as the time goes how they're going up or down. So we want to do that. And then overall, what their average draft position is as far as the rankings with being able to draft veterans that have been cut and stuff like that. So you have a good idea where they're actually going in drafts. So, if somebody's going at 35, and you've got, what would that be? 312. Well, you might have to jump up a spot or two to get the guy you want, right? I think that's the numbers are right. So, yeah. So at any rate, what we want to look at here is there have been some crazy numbers. Bryce Young has been overtaking guys, as you can see there. He got drafted really late in this last draft, but he's still ahead of Laporta. Nice tier break there. But as you can see there, once he hit 6 for 7 and 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. All the guys are boom right there. They're within a half of a point of all each other. So that's kind of a real crapshoot as far as getting those guys. A-Chain's pretty slotted in there at number 10, and Kendra Miller coming in at 11 very frequently. That's why I jumped up and got him at 14. I thought that was a really good value. So that's that. So let's get into the second round on this one. All right. So Laporta's sitting there strong, as you can see. Guy all the way through Mingo. Mingo's been coming up a little bit, and he's actually starting to catch Laporta with the last 2 drafts. So he's getting slotted right in there at 13, and so he's moving up slightly in drafts. Roshan Johnson, Stroud, Tajay Spears, Mayer, Mims, Rashid, Tank, Chase, Jaden Reed, and Josh Downs. So as you can see, there's not much movement there. CJ Stroud dropped a little bit there, and Roshan came up. So that's why those numbers are there, so you can see those. So also Rashid Shaheed, he dropped 1 spot. So pretty similar. I mean, nothing major. As we go along in June or July, we may see some changes in all these guys, right? So um, the one that really jumped out to me in this last draft, you can see it there, number 7, right by the blue number 20. Rashee Rice got drafted 7th overall. Roschon Johnson was 9th overall. So there were some huge reaches in the first round. And so that what happened there then is that um, Richardson and Kendra Miller fell, and guys didn't want to make picks in those spots. So, and I think I'm going to make a video of a couple of the drafts because I've been fairly active in drafts as far as how to move around in drafts. I wound up giving up Aaron Jones for 2-2. The other guy did not want to make a move. I wanted to get, also wanted to get Sean Tucker in the 3rd round. So I had 3-3, and I thought he might take him, and he ended up picking in front of me also at 3-8. So what I did was I gave up Aaron Jones and got 2-2. So I tried to put pressure on him because I knew I was going to get Richardson or Kendra Miller for Aaron Jones. So then I moved up to with a different. So this was with a totally different guy. Moved up. I think what I give up. I gave up 2 second-round picks next year. One of them was probably going to be early. One of them was going to be late. My team is the overwhelming favorite in the league, I think. So I wound up getting Kendra Miller for next year and the year beyond. So I gave up a late first and a early first. I moved up from 3-9 to 3-8. And then I think I also got a 25 third in that draft with that draft pick. So, and that wound up getting Quentin Richardson. So, I mean, it was an early second is basically, and moving back, a couple picks a year later is all I wound up giving up. So I thought that was a really good deal. We'll get into that one a little bit more if I do the video. So this is your round 3. Israel's coming in at 25, Cedric Tillman, Luke Musgrave, and let's get to the thumbnail. I'll show that a little bit here too. Luke Musgrave, Jalen Hyatt is coming in, Dwayne McBride, Zach Evans. Dwayne McBride's also jumped over Zach Evans in all the drafts now. Schoonamaker, Tank Dell, Sean Tucker, Michael Wilson, Eric Gray, and Will Levis round out your what would be your 3rd round, right? So you look at the blue line there, though. Will Levis is a 36th rookie going off the board. Okay, but look at the number down there. It's 53. So that's what average his pick is. So that's why I do it with the numbers so you can actually see where they're going. Like Sean Tucker, his average is pick 44. So that's really average pick of 4th round, whatever. But you can see how his numbers have fluctuated up and down a little bit. Sometimes he gets picked really early, and sometimes he doesn't. I thought I was going to be getting him a little bit early at the 3-8, but I got sniped. So he got 3-7. Is that 3-7? 3-6? Whatever it was. He got picked the pick before me, I believe. So at any rate, that's how it goes. And that's why I do the information. So I have a really good idea of how to move around with guys. Round 4, going with July's drafts, and this is where they sit with July. Keishawn Butte, Puka Nuka, Deuce Vaughn, Hendon Hooker, Hull, Kraft, Chris Rodriguez, Deneric Prince. He got drafted in 2 leagues, I believe, so far, and one guy cut him already. So in that league, that happened to be one of the leagues that I'm in. I believe so. Let me take a look. Yeah, the yellow league. So he's taken 36th overall, and he's been cut already. Washington has jumped up there, and he's been drafted in the last 2 drafts. Xavier Hutchinson, Strange, and Kenny McIntosh. So we're with 48 picks of rookies in. That's usually all that gets selected. I think on the next round, there's A.T. Perry got picked once. So he is the only guy on this slide who doesn't have an 85. And I've explained to you guys, I think, before that I've got a list of 84 rookies. 85 was the first guy that wasn't on there. So 85 was my number. If you got picked before 85, that's the number you got. If you were picked but you weren't, was after 85, in this case, A.T. Perry did, he got an 84. So he jumps all the way up to the top of those guys. So he's barely at 84.9, barely getting selected in the draft. So that's going to be your numbers and the hot take for everybody. So, but these are, once again, your results of MFL drafts, 11 of them through July 23rd, and they're all rookie drafts in Dynasty. These are one quarterback PPR standard Dynasty leagues. There was one of them that was what the heck am I doing here? There was one of them that was a 14-team league, but that doesn't have any issues with where guys were really drafted, being that it's a 14-team league. And so with that being a 14-team league, the draft position, whether it was, even though pick 14 was still a first round, it was still pick 14. So it still falls in with where these guys should be slotted. So it gives a little bit of a little edge difference, discrepancy with all the guys, but still same deal. All right, as always, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, tell me if these are helping you at all, and let's go from there. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. Until next time, let's take care.